Hello and welcome to another episode of Accessible Airwaves on CJSW 90.9 FM.
This program is dedicated
to the education and exploration of disabled life,
giving voice to the life and experience of people with disabilities.
We cover a wide array of issues and disabilities.
We are people who discuss issues we are passionate about
and topics we are interested in.
We show how disability is in the mind of the beholder.
My name is Adam Cairns. The interview that you're going to listen to is one of our Accessible Airways members, John Aguilar, which is his first interview. He is talking to John Butterwick, the Parkdale Accessible Rink Project Director, as well as Amanda Affsonso, the President of the Parkdale Community Association. The rink was replaced last year, and Phase 1 of construction wrapped up in 2021. Phase 2 was completed in January of 2022. The rink is now open to the public. They talked over Zoom.
My name is John Aguilar, and this is my first interview with the Accessible Airwaves team. Joining me today is John Butterwick, the project director of the Park Hill Community Association Accessible Rink Project, as well as Amanda Affsonso, the president of the Park Hill Community Association. This is officially the second accessible outdoor rink in Canada, built for sledge hockey players or anyone with accessibility issues in mind. Hello, John and Amanda, and welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having us, and thanks for the interest in our project.
Yeah.
John, thank you.
Okay. How long has the rink been open for, and what has the reaction been like so far?
Well, I'll take that one, Amanda. Phase 1, so the project's been in 2 phases. Phase 1, the project finished mid-February last year, and that was basically the physical outdoor rink structure. And that was built to Canadian sledge hockey standards. So at that point, we had a rink, but we didn't have access to the rink. We didn't have the amenities needed for accessibility. So it generated a ton of excitement, built a lot of momentum, but really the Phase 2 piece of the project, which is just about complete now, is going to finish off this amazing space. And our grand opening is planned for January 29th. So it kind of 1 year later, it took us to complete the project.
What are the specifics of Phase 2?
So I'll take you back a little bit to kind of the start of the project. So in 2016, as a community association, we had a review done on the rink, and it wasn't safe. We had to replace it. And that was really the start of the project. And we started looking at, okay, how does this work? We're a bunch of volunteers in a community association. How are we going to replace a rink? And we had a bunch of community engagement sessions. We had a question asked in from the community saying, is this going to be an accessible rink? And we said, I'm not sure. Good question. And curiosity led us to the Calgary Sledge Hockey Association. We struck up a great relationship with them, learned a ton about, what it takes to break down barriers. And that was kind of the start of the project. And that was back, 5 years ago now. And as we started learning what it took and what we had to do, we broke it into phases purely for financial reasons. We couldn't afford to do everything right away. So Phase 1, like I said, was the rink. Phase 2, to your question, was access from both parking lots to the rink. We have a social area with a fire pit and a patio. So there's barrier-free access to both spaces. There's an accessible change room that is designed to be very close to the ice surface. So players that use sleds can literally slide right onto the ice from the change room to the playing surface. And there's 2 accessible washrooms as part of the change room as well. So that really is phase 2. Is we had to kind of recontour the entire space and make sure our community hub could be accessible for everyone.
Amanda, what has the reaction been like so far?
We have had nothing but positive support, enthusiasm, excitement for this project. And I don't think it's just because we're building another community rink, but because we've taken in so many stakeholders' opinions and views into the planning of this project. And so I think the community, Calgary broadly, is so ready for this in terms of having something that is not only state of the art, but is about the future in terms of having a facility that is open, that is free, that is accessible, and that is meant for everyone. So we've had nothing but excitement for this project and cheerleaders and champions supporting us through the years.
Okay. Did the community members show a strong interest in making this rink accessible?
Yes, so we have again had nothing but support. And even though the rink is not open, just to give you an example, yesterday we had 3 messages asking us, is the rink open? Can we skate on it? So everyone watches the construction that's been happening over the past winter with, I think, bated breath in terms of wanting to be able to skate on the ice. And we're very fortunate that this facility is in the heart of Parkdale. So our residents surround the community. We're nestled just below the university and the Foothills Hospital and the Children's Hospital. So it's very much an active site in terms of visible to everyone. And so the community is super excited about the opening.
Okay. With the construction of the rink, you said it's taken 5 years from the start. When does the rink open this year?
Yes, our journey has taken about 5 or 6 years. The first phase of construction took about 4 months when it opened last February, and this phase of construction we started this summer. So I would say it's taken about 9 months, and our big grand opening is January 29th. So 9 days from now on Saturday, and it's going to be an absolutely fantastic opening, a ton of fun. And then, like Amanda said, after it's open, it's free, it's accessible, and we hope to see everybody come down and check it out.
So, John, are there any big things planned for the opening day?
Oh my gosh. Yes, I am going to give Amanda this question to answer because she's been leading the planning effort. So I think she can speak to that one.
Okay.
We are so excited about celebrating the grand opening that we have amazing partners that have stepped forward and wanted to join forces with us. So maybe I'll start with a few examples. We have the Calgary Flames and the Flames Foundation. They have been one of our funding partners right from the beginning. And so Harvey the Hound and a couple of Flames alumni will be joining us. We'll be doing a sledge hockey tournament. So this will be the Parkdale Winter Classic, which will be an annual event. So our Flames alumni will be joining the Calgary sledge hockey players on the ice for a friendly game. We will be having former Mayor Nahid Nenshi as our MC for the event. We will be having Hockey Day in Canada, giving us some great shots during the day, focusing on just the activities that we're having in terms of the sledge hockey players being on the ice and just showcasing Canada's second accessible outdoor rink. We also have a few other little surprises that will be happening through the event, but some of the other festivities will include hot chocolate and coffee, snacks, and we couldn't have a grand opening without having cake, so there'll be cupcakes, and then obviously a nice big ribbon cutting ceremony to really just celebrate all of the work and effort of everyone that's been a part of this project and just taking that moment to really celebrate the success.
Amanda, what are the features that make this rink different and accessible?
So I'm going to throw this one back to John, as he's been the closest in terms of making sure that we are meeting the sledge hockey requirements as well as the Rickampton certification.
Yeah, absolutely. So the actual rink itself, when we looked into it, the changes are just so small, but they're so big. You know, things like gate width is different to allow access for the sleds. The design of the rink, the ice has to be flush with the access point, so there's no big lip like you'd see on a normal rink. And then the players' benches have see-through plexiglass, so the players on the bench can see what's going on the ice. And so everything just flows seamlessly. These plans can be found on Hockey Canada's website. And talking to the sledge players, there's another outdoor rink in Winnipeg, and we connected with them. They shared all their plans, gave us a bunch of tips. So although there's definitely deliberate changes you need to make, when you like cost-wise, it's not really that different than a normal rink. And that's one of the goals of this project, is just bring awareness, share our story, and hopefully we see more and more and more outdoor rinks like this.
John, how did the Calgary and Winnipeg sledge hockey community inform and consult you on the building process? And also, who else did you consult?
Yeah, a great question. I think some of the sledge hockey players that we talked to mentioned the Dakota Community Center in Winnipeg. And when we talked to them, I asked a couple simple questions and they just shared everything. They said it was the greatest thing they've ever done. It was amazing for the community, and shared their great stories. And we were determined. So some of the sledge hockey players, so, Alan Halbert, he's a sledge hockey president. He's been a partner with us since day one. Some of their players have been to the design reviews with us and been on this journey. And then Level Playing Field is our accessibility consultant. So, Darby's been a fantastic partner and worked with us again for years on this. She's also currently working with us on the Rick Hansen certification for the space as well. So lots and lots of help, and just a huge amount of learning we've done as a community over the past few years working on this project.
Okay. Did you both ever try to play sledge hockey before?
So I'll go first, Amanda. I've played hockey my whole life. I have 3 brothers, and we lived on the outdoor rink and loved outdoor hockey. And I've been talking to Alan about getting me in a sled, but I haven't yet. And I'm really looking forward to trying. And I know I'm going to embarrass myself on the ice, but I haven't yet.
Wow.
Same here. I'm really looking forward to actually having the opportunity to try out a sled at our grand opening. That's one thing that we'll be having available for people, is to try a sled and to get on the ice, and to either be really good at it or just experience it for the first time.
The problem I often find with outdoor rinks is that sometimes the pathway leading to the door of the rink can be too icy, on a small hill, or generally difficult to walk on with skates. Did that feature come up in consultations? And will you keep it shoveled?
Yeah, absolutely. As we're learning about what it takes to break down barriers, that came up a lot with outdoor rinks. We need a place to warm up in. We need a place to store equipment. Some of the athletes with prosthetics aren't going to leave them in a snowbank. That's, minus 20, right? So all those considerations were taken into account. It definitely is going to be maintained in that way. And just to make sure, it's clear, but both parking lots have barrier-free access, and we're going to make sure that it's ready for the crowds, because we hope we attract a lot of people to come play hockey. And even in the summer, it's an accessible place year round. There's a beautiful concrete slab, so we're going to have accessible sports year round as well. I don't know, Amanda, if you have anything to add there.
I was just going to say that it's meant to be a place where everybody's welcome, and that it's safe and it's easy and it's accessible. And I think one of the things that we're very fortunate is that we have such an amazing volunteer spirit in Parkdale. We have a group of dedicated volunteers called the Rink Rangers that love spending time at the community rink. And so in the winter especially, they are out in the evenings. They are shoveling the walkways. They are making sure that they are clear, that the ice is ready for people to be using. So there's a lot of pride, and I think craftsmanship that goes into making sure that it is a really amazing place for people to enjoy.
Amanda, what will be the skating times for the rink, and is it available for bookings?
So our community rink is open to the public. So we are a community association. So we need to follow all of the bylaws that are outlined by the city of Calgary. So the rink will be open first thing in the morning, and we'll be closing it in the evenings at 10 o'clock. We're very fortunate that we do have lighting. So in these winter months when it does get dark, that we do have it all lit up. So it will be nice and bright. In terms of event bookings, we are super excited to be offering programs in the future around sledge, around learn to skate. So we're really hoping that we move into that direction where we will be having some really solid programs running out of our facility. But for the time being, as we open here on January 29th, we're going to really use this time for the public to get to know our facility, that it's available, that people can come and use it and skate on it and just enjoy it.
John, what will the outdoor ice rink be named?
Well, today it's the Parkdale Community Association Accessible Outdoor Rink. But I would say we're open to ideas on that. Amanda talked a lot about programming. We want to offer amazing programming. We want to help the Sledge Hockey Association grow the game. We want to bring awareness to inclusivity in sport and how amazing that is to the community. So, I would say we're open to ideas on that one.
Okay, another question, John. How will the rink be used in the summer and spring?
I would say we do have a concrete slab. So there's basically completely barrier-free access. And then to get on this slab, it's about 6 inches. So there'll be a ramp down. And then we'll have some type of programming. We just haven't scheduled, organized it yet. But I know, for example, the Calgary Flames, they've been talking to Amanda about roller sledge programs and what that might look like, and other options for us to kind of showcase the space. So we don't have anything penned in on the calendar, but we got a lot of stuff in pencil that we're working on.
Okay. I bet there were higher costs to create this special rink. Were there any surprises and challenges to acquire funding?
I'll talk about the cost, and then I'll let Amanda talk about the special challenges and surprises. But I'll say on the cost side, if you're building a new rink, the cost to make it accessible for the actual rink itself is negligible. You just have to think about it. So that's the benefit of bringing awareness is think about it, do it. It's not going to cost you that much money. The biggest cost for us were the access to the rink. We had to spend quite a bit of money on just making the area flow and making the area barrier free, and the building itself, just the change rooms and bathrooms. That was really the big cost. But as far as what it took to fund it and get there, I'll pass that over to Amanda.
I think with any community project, you always run into the challenges of funding. And in our case, it was very much about needing to establish relationships with some really great partners. And we were very fortunate that this project is supported by some incredible partners that believe in our vision in terms of accessibility and inclusivity. So I'm just going to rattle them off because they do need to receive the recognition, as they did step up and not only demonstrate their commitment with funding, but also really supporting our vision and being a partner in terms of helping us get this over to the finish line. So groups like the Flames Foundation, Parks Foundation, Calgary, the Calgary Foundation, NMAX, Calgary Parking Authority, the Government of Alberta, and the City of Calgary have been instrumental in terms of the funding. And I would say that if anybody is in a similar circumstance as us in terms of a group of volunteers trying to build a community rink, that making those connections with organizations that believe in your vision is critical. And one of the other, I think, pieces of advice is just making sure that once you get that first grant, that becomes, I think, the snowball in terms of being able to then attract other partners to the table. So we were very fortunate that Parks Foundation and the Flames Foundation were one of our early supporters in coming to the table and then helping us just navigate and continue to just advance our fundraising goals to make this happen.
Okay. All right. Is there a special way the ice is maintained and prepared for the sledge hockey players and the high use the rink might receive?
All right, I'll take that one. And when you come to the Parkdale rink, you're going to meet someone named Andy, and he's amazing. And he looks after our ice. He's our rink director. So there's two things I'll say, John. First is the ice is built up to the level of the gate, so it's completely flush. So that's the first thing of just the accessibility barrier-free portion. And the second is ice quality. We are renting a Zamboni for the winter months. We don't have it yet, but when we open, it'll be there. And Andy's been training us on how to use it. So we're going to have fantastic ice quality. And that's thanks to the great volunteers we have in the community.
Okay. Next question. Okay. Did the Parkdale Community Association building have to be adapted or renovated in any way for accessibility?
I'll take this one, Amanda. Basically, for our Parkdale hub, we built a new building. So it's essentially, you'll see our outdoor rink and you're going to see this little building, and it's a change room with 2 accessible bathrooms and a garage. And we looked at modifying the original building, but it was more, I would say, cost effective and logistically effective to have the building right next to the rink.
Okay. Amanda, like you said, you're going to have tournaments coming up. Would it be like a weekend long or any other special events in the ice rink in the future?
Yeah, we are definitely hoping to get to that point. Like I said, we are very excited about the opening. So at this point, on our grand opening day, having the Calgary sledge hockey team out doing a demo game, I think will hopefully excite the community about what's possible and what can be done at our community rink. So we're really looking forward to hopefully hosting future sledge programs and tournaments and all kinds of activities at our community rink, because that's what it's been built for.
Okay. Did we miss anything in this interview that we didn't discuss that you would like to share?
Your questions were very thorough, and I think we've been able to highlight all of our key messages. I'll turn it over to John, but I just wanted to say thank you. I think it's programs like this that are going to help build awareness about not only accessibility, but just about thinking about infrastructure that needs to be considered in terms of accessibility planning and how we build for the future. So thank you for the opportunity to share our story and to be able to promote our project. And hopefully you'll be able to join us on January 29th. It'd be great to see you down at the rink.
What would I add to that question? I'll say, this is going to be an amazing community space for years and years and years. And we see this really as the community taking a next step. So we're happy to share our story. We want to see everybody come down and have fun with their families and friends and help us to just bring awareness to this cause, because we are so proud of it. We've learned a ton and we're happy to share it with anyone who wants to listen. So thanks for having us on the show. It's been great talking to you. And like Amanda said, let's connect on the 29th when we open this up.
Okay. Thanks. This concludes my interview with John Butterwick and Amanda Affsonso. Thank you for joining me for the interview.
Thanks, John, and Ryan and Adam. Again, thank you so much. And that was a lot of fun.
Thank you.
Welcome. If you want to check out the rink, it is located in Parkdale at 3512 5th Ave Northwest, just south of Foothills Medical Center.
That was John Aguilar talking to John Butterwick and Amanda Affsonso over Zoom about the accessible rink, which is the second phase, was finished in January of 2022. It's located in the Parkdale community and opened to the public. Thanks for tuning in to Accessible Airways on CJSW 9.9 FM. If you want to listen to any other episodes, you can go to cjsw.com or any other podcast apps and search Accessible Airwaves. Thanks for listening.